Okay everyone, it's Tuesday's video from Celtic AM, and unsurprisingly we're going to be talking about Celtic today. We've got a bit more of the fallout from Sunday's defeat to Hearts. I did say in yesterday's video that I didn't really want to think or talk about that match ever again. There are a couple of developments that are worth bringing to your attention. A few other wee things as well, so we'll get through this. Yesterday, Celtic released a statement saying that we would be appealing the red card that was shown to Hyun-Jun Yang at Tynecastle. The club say they have also written to the SFA to raise our serious concerns regarding the use of VAR and the decisions made within the match. The statement finished, as we have said before, for some time, Celtic has sought to work with the footballing authorities with the aim of improving standards associated with refereeing and the use of VAR in Scotland, something which is clearly in the wider interests of everyone within the game. I made my thoughts pretty clear with regards to the Yang incident yesterday, so I'm not going to kind of go back over them. I know from the comments we got in, a lot of you felt that it was a fair red card. I accept that. I think I said that it was that Yang possibly gave the referee a decision to make. For me, yeah, a yellow card would have sufficed. The on-field decision was fine. Having said that, I will be surprised if this ruling is overturned. I just don't think it's the kind of one that will be, to be honest. I think Yang at the moment is looking at a 2-match suspension. Obviously, if we've appealed, he would then be available while that appeal is pending. I don't know if the ban would maybe go up. I think that'd be kind of harsh, but I know the SFA have done that in the past. I remember an Aberdeen one last season that they extended a ban for because it was frivolous. I think that was the word they used. So we'll see what happens there. Yang certainly is going to find out what's going on at some stage. Brendan Rodgers may be waiting to find out something from the SFA as well. It's been reported that their compliance officer, who's now called Martin Black, is aware of the comments made by Brendan Rodgers after the game and is in contact with Celtic over the matter. Now, it's not clear yet whether Rodgers will face any punishment. SFA Rule 72, Article 96.1 states that no recognised football, body, club, official, team member under the jurisdiction of the SFA shall, in an interview or in any other manner calculated or likely to lead to publicity, criticise the decisions and or performances of any or all match officials in such a way as to indicate bias or incompetence on the part of such match official. Again, incredibly wordy, but Rodgers did literally use the word incompetence on multiple occasions to describe what he made of the officiating performance at the weekend. So yeah, I would say there's a fair chance that he's cited if it literally says in the rule that they can't suggest incompetence, and Rodgers actually said that. So we'll wait and see with regards to that. The punishment may be sometime in the stands for him. That would surely be a first in Brendan Rodgers' career. I certainly can't imagine he spent too many games watching his team from the stands. And it would obviously be not ideal if Rodgers has to spend some time away from the touchline. We've got 9 league matches left. We could do with them on the touchline for every single one of them, because they're all going to be really important. So again, we'll wait and see if anything comes of that. Hopefully not, but it's certainly been reported that the compliance officer is aware of the comments. I mean, why wouldn't he be? And then other news related to Tynecastle. Cameron Carter-Vickers has explained that Yang was distraught after the decision, but that his Celtic teammates have rallied around him to make him feel better. Hardly a surprise there. I mean, yeah, Yang will probably feel like he cost us a game there. Whether he feels hard done by or whether he regrets raising his foot, we're not sure. But it's just one of these things, really. We've had a few moments like that this season from younger players and new signings. I mean, I straight away go back to the Feyenoord game and when we lost Lager Bielka and home, both for really daft red cards that day. And then a few days later, Joe Hart, a more experienced head, was sent off. So I just feel like we've done a lot of that this season. But yeah, good to hear that Yang's all right. Hopefully he's not going to miss too many games, because he's going to be an important player for us probably between the now and the end of the season. I'm not sure I have much confidence in any of our other wingers at the moment. Yang at least looked like he was coming on to a game, so yes, hopefully not too long out for him, if at all. Also yesterday, you may have seen this, I saw UEFA had tweeted out an explainer video of the new formats for their 3 club competitions, obviously Champions League, Europa League and the Conference League. They're actually, you may not know this, the Conference League was actually called the Europa Conference League before. They're dropping the Europa now, sensible decision, and just calling it the Conference League. And all 3 competitions are of course changing in a matter of months. Celtic will be affected whether we're in the Champions League or the Europa League. It's going to this new Swiss system for all 3 competitions. Group stage will be no more, and we'll have a single league of 36 teams. We'll play 8 matches in the Champions League if we're there, 8 in the Europa League if we're there. If we are somehow in the Conference League at some stage, it's just 6 matches in that competition. Works pretty similarly, but with less matches. I'm going to hopefully do an explainer on this at some stage. Probably not the exact right time to do it right now with so much going on, but I've noted it down and will be visiting that at some stage. Final story I wanted to mention today comes from the Press and Journal away up north, and it centres around youth talents leaving Scotland to move down south. Obviously this has been a big thing recently. Even with Celtic, we've had a number of players leaving for English clubs' academies without them really ever making it as a Celtic first team player. I mean, the obvious example that we're thinking of is Ben Doak, who left for Liverpool after making a handful of appearances for Celtic, certainly never becoming a first team regular or anything like that. He left for Liverpool in 2022. We got around £600,000 in compensation when he went to Liverpool and actually signed his first professional deal at Liverpool. He never signed a full-time contract professionally at Celtic. And part of that may be down to the fact that at present, youth prospects in Scotland can only sign their first professional deal once they turn 16. But P&J report that Scottish clubs are keen to investigate potentially lowering that age to 14. The idea would be clubs in Scotland could sign up talented young players full-time a couple of years earlier, and they would then be entitled to transfer fees should they be lured away to a club down south. Now, yeah, I think it's a sensible move overall. 14 does seem quite young for a player to be signing a professional contract, I'll be honest, but it's not as if these players are going to be earning 20, 30 grand a week. So maybe it just protects the club. I don't know how much more money we would get for someone like Doak if their mind's made up and they want to go to Liverpool anyway and don't want to sign a contract or a new contract it would be at that stage with Celtic. Would we get much more than the 600,000 compensation fee that we did? I'm not sure, but clubs clearly feel it's something worth looking into, and I believe the SFA have been asked to do just that. So again, it's one to watch this space. And that's pretty much your roundup for today. Thanks for watching once again. And yeah, please give us a sub if you wouldn't mind. I think we're kind of getting up to about the 4,000 mark, maybe 3.5. So yeah, we've not even been going a month yet. So if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing, and I'll be back tomorrow. Unless there's anything major comes up over the next day, we'll take a look at the Joe Hart situation and potential replacements there.